Thing, man. A lot of you bitches, man, might as well let the nigga fuck on the first night. Because a lot of you bitches be like, I don't know, I know my worth. What are you worth? Nothing, bitch. Bitches are worth nothing. Nothing's going on, you see? And back up. You're down, then back up, bitch. Like, what? No, seriously, blood, that should be annoying. I just got off the phone with my cousin, and you bitches be talking about I know my worth. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch. You ain't worth more than a Campbell's tomato soup. Nothing's going on. There's no big money rolling in or none of that. Come on, bro. Don't even make me start at, yeah, because when I look at, yeah, I start looking at you like this. Yeah, we do this. We look at you like that. That means fuck. Yeah. We go, yeah, Who are you? Bitch. What the fuck? Yeah, ain't worth shit. You gotta quit fucking bums. Real shit, because what it is really beating you down and stuff like that, honey. You need the inspiration and the motivation. All that busting that bum nut when he's a bum, so when he busts the bum nut in you, it drains your energy because it's creating another bum inside of you. Stop fucking niggas like that you don't plan on intending to be with for the rest of your life, because now you're stuck. And when you see me, hey, I'm pregnant, I'm not excited for you, bitch. You got a bum ass baby. There's nothing cool about that. And I'm not saying it like that because the baby didn't ask to be here. That's the problem. You created the issue. Take accountability, bruh. And none of this is funny, bro. Y'all really need to watch out, bro, because it don't look good. You're walking around here pregnant and the baby daddy's in the tent somewhere. Get that shit together, man. That shit fucked up, bro. Real.
Yo, YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Kari here. Today I'm gonna be speaking from the heart, man, giving out some real honest advice that I would give out to my son if I had one, or that I wish I heard, So let's get into it, man. So I'm gonna use this opening statement and just say, don't waste your 20s chasing women, dog. I mean, age 20 or 18 to 30. That time period should be focusing on yourself. So let me explain, man. Most of the time, as dudes, I see this a lot. A lot of dudes are trying to figure out how to get women in this age, and they are, learning all these tactics and skills and things to manipulate women, and they're just really focused on women, Like, I see a lot of gurus on YouTube talking about, all these different methods on how to, like, sleep with women and stuff, and that's cool, but, like, really you shouldn't even be focused on that until after 30, like, because at this age, women, they really go after the dude that's not looking for them. Whenever you put in a lot of effort into getting a woman, at that age, they got all the dudes chasing them, so who do they want? The one that's not chasing them 9 times out of 10. And on the other hand, women haven't even lived long enough yet to appreciate what you do or what you could do for them, right? So nonetheless, you also want to be focusing on your own future, all right? Your future is so important, guys. You need to be putting away money. You need to be learning more about yourself. You need to be traveling. You need to be trying to learn a new language, learn a new culture, all right? So you can see things from a different perspective. For me, that was huge, man. Like, when I learned the Spanish culture and the language, man, it just gave me a whole different perspective of men and women and how we coexist in America. It's one thing, and then, in Latin America, it's quite different. So it's important to get those experiences under your belt. If you're just out here chasing women all the time, just trying to get laid or whatever, you're not really maximizing your time, your potential. It's not the best thing you could be doing at that age. Again, this is the time to explore the world and stack as much money as possible, guys. You need to have your 401k, you need to have your Roth, you need to have a automatic stock buy, all that money you're making in your 20s, whatever you're doing. Obviously, that's the best time for us because we got the most energy as men to go out and get it. So you need to be taking that money and investing it into assets so when you turn 30, you already got a foundation, right? It's gonna be important, when you get to that age and you wanna start a family, right? Another reason why you don't wanna be chasing women between your ages 20 and 30 is because honestly, even without chasing women between this age, they're gonna come and go regardless. Like between 20 and 30, you're gonna be bumping into women left and right. You don't really have to try that hard. You know, that's what I found. Like, I was always meeting girls at work, or like, you know, I would meet girls in the most random settings. Like, I would never expect it. I was never really trying. It's because, like, people that raised me, they had already, like, trained my mind to think, like, it's supposed to be trained, you know? I was never out here seeking women's approval. You know, I was always confident in myself. So that's what you want to work on, too, is your self-confidence and your focus. Because when women see you focus on whatever it is that's important to you, that's, like, the sexiest thing to them. Okay, so again, women will come and go through this period. Try not to get too attached. You know, I had some really serious relationships between my 20s and 30s, you know, but at the same time, I had to maintain my freedom. I'm sure I could have married a couple of the girls that I was dating at that time period if I wanted to, but I didn't want to progress into family life and marriage life that fast, you know. And I don't recommend you do that fast, you know. I think at least after 25, you know, is maybe when you can start thinking about it, but really after 30 is a better time to start thinking about that type of thing. Again, a lot of women are not going to give you the type of submission you want at that age anyway. Why? Because you really ain't got shit, right? Because y'all are kind of on an equal playing field at that time. Y'all both probably just got out of college, right? Y'all both are working on yourself, you know? So in a sense, y'all are more equals, right? You need to use this time to separate yourself in the field, right? And say, you know, I use my 20s and 30s to stack up money and prepare for the family that I want. You want to be preparing because once that time comes, man, you can't get that time back. So when you hit the 30s and things like that, and you really start thinking about having kids, you can't go back and get that money back that you were spending on women, going out on dates, you know, buying women's stuff and all these types of things, right? So just be very, very conscious that women are not gonna really understand your work, understand what you're working on yet, because it takes time for your plans to grow, right? When they say plant a seed and let it grow, right? All that takes time, guys. So just be patient with yourself. Don't let women rush you into trying to live above your means or speed things up. You know, if you're working on a plan, right? Let it progress, man. And don't deviate from that plan to please a woman. A lot of women will try to manipulate you into, you know, doing what they want you to do. And a lot of women don't even, you know, their plans just be like some shit they thought of that morning, or, you know, it don't be as strategic, right? So we want to be as strategic as possible in the way we live our life, as well as being intentional as possible. Another thing you need to focus on between ages 20 and 30 is your money management. Guys, you need to get comfortable with money, you know? For me, I had to learn the hard way a lot, you know? And that's the best way. Honestly, you're gonna lose some money along the way. So that's just part of life. But you need to be learning about assets and liabilities. You need to be learning ways to generate money out of thin air, bro. Like YouTube, for example. And there's many more examples like that. You know, if you got a camera, doing photography, wedding photography, learn a skill. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn how to make money. Women love a hustler. Women love a hustler that's always getting money. So if you know, she see you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ways to make money, man, you know, women are gonna love that. They're gonna show you a lot of love. Another thing is too, like I said, assets, liabilities. You need to start planning on putting yourself in position to get those big purchases out the way. Your houses, you know, investment properties, okay? You know, you need to be really getting a lot of stock, accumulating a lot of stock, a lot of assets. You know, this will be important for you as you know, mature. And if you could build up some type of income stream, whether it's writing a book, creating a YouTube channel, creating a side business, selling coffee, you know, on the weekends at a farmer's market, these types of things, you know, that, and then, for example, if you're doing something like that, you selling your own coffee at a farmer's market, how many women you gonna meet, right? That love coffee, right? Eventually you'll meet a girl up there, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to try that hard, man. You know, you need to work on yourself so that when women see you, they see the prize, right? That's the whole point here. Here's another thing, guys. Going out with women is expensive in this day and age. what woman wants to go to the Olive Garden? Or which woman wants to go to Chili's? Nah, all these women now, they want to go to Steak 48. They want to go to Perry's. They want to go to Fleming's. You know what I mean? So that's not on you. If they got those types of tastes, man, let them handle that. That's not on you to be providing that at this age. You know, I really don't think that's your responsibility until you have a wife. So, yeah, stay away from women like that. Those are toxic women that only really want to use you. So if a woman can't be happy doing stuff, you know, normal stuff, chilling at the crib, you know, y'all should be working on something at the crib, man, working on a YouTube video together. How many of these women out here today, if you told them, hey, I want to do some skits with you for TikTok or for Instagram or whatever, so we could try to create some buzz around our names and then leverage that to make money, you know, a lot of them don't even want to do that. You know, they scared to put themselves out there and all that type of stuff. You know, they just want to lay back, receive the fruits of your labor, and then run off and do whatever they want and control you, manipulate you, and stuff like that. And not all women are bad. That's not the point here, but I just want my young men out there to start putting themselves first in this period in their lives. Because I've seen too many men like just fold under women or be all up under a woman, you know, when it's not really necessary, man. Like, you're not gonna get that much satisfaction out the woman anyway. In fact, she's probably just gonna piss you off. You know, that's my experience. Like, I'm usually happier myself. And then recently I've been finding better and better women that I'd be like, man, I could actually have a future with this woman, or I could see myself, you know, having a kid with this woman. She's more understanding, you know, because they lived a little bit more. You know, once you start dating women above 25 going into 30, they have a little bit more experience. They're a little bit more easier to compromise with and things like that. And here's the funny thing about going out with women, right? Like, women always promote this equality, you know, movement, right? They always want to be just like us, make the same money as us, work the same jobs as us. But that shit don't fly when it comes to the dinner table and when the bill comes, right? Oh, now they want to be a woman. Now you just, you know, as feminine as could be, right? Like, once the bill comes, that's the funniest thing to me with women. Like, you know, if you're gonna be equal, you want to be equal, like, keep the same energy, man. Keep the same energy. Don't turn around and start being like, oh, you a broke nigga, or, you know what I mean, you don't want to spend money on da-da-da. Like, you basically equal to me. You basically a dude in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that be popping that real hot shit. Like, them to stay away from them women, bro. Any woman with a super bad mouth and just, you know, a evil tongue, man, stay away from those types of women. Those are the worst. Any woman that'll sit there and disrespect you verbally and talk all type of hot shit, those are not the type of women you want to build with. Trust me. And that's why between 20 and 30, it's better just to stack your experience up, man. Don't chase out after these women and don't put too much energy into these women. And a lot of times, this is one thing about living in Colombia that really perplexes my mind, dude. It's like, these women out here be having 1, 2, 3 kids, and they be like 25 years old, right? So you just let some bum ass nigga bust up in you, you know, have 2, 3 kids, right? And then you wanna act all prissy with me? Like, I'm supposed to, you know, be a gentleman and all this when I know you let some, you know, bum in the barrio just bust up, shoot up the club, you know, and then you did it again and had 2, 3 kids with the dude, and now you gotta work and now it's like, it's my responsibility to take care of your shit? Nah, we ain't, that shit always just irked me, man. That was never cool to me. Like, that's big out here in Colombia, guys. So watch out for that. Don't fall for it. To me, that's a red flag. Like, I ain't gonna say every woman with a kid is like bad and all that shit, but like, man, that's a red flag. And most of the time, you're not gonna enjoy raising somebody else's kid. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? I count every single dollar that I spend. I know it's like some cheap, not every single dollar, but you know, like, I'm not scared to say I'm cheap. Like, I'm cheap as fuck. You know, I got nice shit though. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm counting every dollar, bro. And if I gotta spend money to feed your kid and put clothes on that nigga back and shit like that shit ain't cool to me. I'm not gonna be happy. I'd rather spend that shit on me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's selfish or whatever, but like, where's that kid's dad at, right? And why y'all not together? You know what I'm saying? If y'all was over there making the baby and shit, why y'all not together? Yeah, you need to be adding stamps to your passport, guys. In this period between 20 and 30, you need to be traveling as much as possible, touching as many countries, seeing as many beautiful women around the world, because I'm telling you, when you see a beautiful woman in another country, man, it just does something to your mind, man. Opens up your mind, and so that you're not so like, you don't feel like the selection you used to back at home is all that's out there. That's really what it does. It really opens up your mind to know that, hey, there's a lot out there, man. So when you think like that, when you're living and thinking in the mindset of abundance versus scarcity, like, your decisions improve. You know what I'm saying? You start making better decisions, and you feel better on the inside. You feel more free because you know there's stuff out there, there's options out there for you. Finally, to end this, I just want to explain two different types of marketing. And I'm a marketer myself. I went to college for marketing. Marketing is like a big part of my life. And so there's this one concept within marketing that always stood out in my mind. And it just gave me a real, like, as soon as I heard it, I was just like perplexed for a minute, because I was like, wow, that's so true. So there's two types of marketing, guys. Two types. There's push and there's pull. Okay? Right. So you want to be on the right side of these two. So think about this. Push. Do push marketing, for example. That means you got to push your product out in front of people's faces so that they can see it, right? And they'll buy it. For example, the grocery store, like cereal, for example. It's a great example. Those cereal companies, they pay to push their product out to the shelves so that when you're walking through the supermarket, it's right there, you could grab it. On the other hand, on the pull side of marketing, right? That's where you want to be, right? Because things like Jordan, for example, Jordan shoes, people are pulling or trying to get Jordans. They don't sit on the shelves for you to walk by and look at them. Hey, do I like these? You know, check them out. No, they're gone before the store even opens. You know what I'm saying? Because people are calling the store. Hey, do y'all got those Jordans? Y'all got those Jordans? You know what I'm saying? So that's pull marketing. You always want there to be somebody pulling, you know, for your product. You want your clients to be asking the stores for your product. So you don't have to pay to be on the shelves and sit there and be in front of them. No. So those are the two different types of marketing. Very important to understand. Push and pull marketing. You always want to be on the pull side, right? If you gotta push yourself out there, that's when you start seeing discounts. You know what I'm saying? You can start seeing deals and stuff. But you ain't gonna get no deal on nothing that people are pulling. You know what I mean? People are trying to get. You know what I mean? There's less. There's a demand above the supply. That creates pull marketing. Also, exclusivity, right? Like Porsche. A Porsche, for example. You see right here. That's pull marketing, man. Like, they don't have enough cars to sell to people. If you want a GT3, you can't just walk up in the dealership and get a GT3. You have to go buy 2, 3, 4 cars from Porsche, and then they'll let you get a GT3. So that's pull marketing right there. Versus Honda, okay? They put their cars out, right? They're just sitting there, right? Hey, come in, come look at this car. We got a deal for you. We got a 0% financing and stuff like that. Nah, they ain't doing none of that at Porsche, right? Especially on the GT3. So it's a big difference, right? And so, yeah, man, I hope that helps you guys kind of get your foundation set in life. And yeah, I just wanted to share these ideas with you, man, because, you know, this is stuff that I would tell my kid if I had one, and it's stuff I wish I heard when I was, you know, 20. I made some of these mistakes. A lot of this comes from me making the mistakes, but one thing about me is I don't have to keep making the same mistakes. Like, if I make the mistake once, I always reflect on it. Like, I don't know, it was something about, in like middle school, I remember they used to call it reflection. Like, it wasn't detention, but it was like, you're in reflection. You gotta think about what you did. Like, I remember getting in trouble in middle school, and then I just always reflected on myself and my actions. Because actually going to reflection actually made me reflect on myself. It was crazy, but like, yeah, man, that shit actually helped me out. So anyway, and shout out to Miss Fitzgibbon from my high school, man. I think she was the first one to start talking to me about push and pull marketing and all that. So with no further ado, man, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at cry.hq. And I'm out. Like my shit. Peace.